Hi YouTube, had this iPhone SE 2020 model for data recovery. It had no signs of life, but it actually was charging at about rate of 1 amp from the charger, but connected to the computer it had no signs of life. DFU, I wasn't able to get it in DFU mode and all that stuff, so I took the board out, connected. I actually did not take the board out first. I just connected my power supply to it, and I was monitoring the amp draw when you turn it on. So it was about 152 milliamps with the screen connected, and without the screen connected it was under 100 milliamps, about 92, and it was just sitting there not doing anything. It just got to that milliamp value and was sitting there. So I took the board out and was inspecting the charging ICs. I think this one is called Hydra 1612A1 and a Tigris IC. I was thinking of starting with this, however I was very not sure about that because it was actually charging. The only thing that would lead me to believe it would be the USB charging IC, the Hydra one, is no communication with the computer. However, before I started messing with the chips, I decided to test my little device on a pressure to CPU, because sometimes on these SEs 2020 models the lines break. They actually flex and there's some lines breaking, so they either go in a restarting loop every like 3 minutes or there's no touch. So before I went and mess with any chips, BGA chips on this motherboard, I wanted to make sure this is not a simple issue with the CPU being kind of disconnected from the motherboard because of the flex damage. Because not sure if I said, but I had no damage on this phone, so there's no damage whatsoever. It's not bent or anything. Maybe a little bit actually. Yeah, but it was in excellent condition. So I decided to test the pressure, applying pressure on the CPU area, and I connected my power supply, shorted the power button right here, and it's actually started pulling more amps, and it was actually looked like it was booted. I applied some pressure through the housing to the CPU area, started the phone, and it started up fine. I was going to do a backup to the computer, however it had the stolen device protection on, so I could not connect it to my computer. Went to the cloud settings, and actually the customer had enough storage to back it up. Started backing up the phone, but it shut off on me in the middle of the backup. I was actually heating up pretty good, so obviously this was not enough pressure, so I had a clamp. This is how the end setup looking on the data recovery of this iPhone SE. Pressure on the CPU, iCloud backup done, and everything else was turned on and good to go. It would be a lot easier if the stolen device protection would be turned off, but it was not the case, so I had to back everything up to iCloud, and that's why I got this fan hooked up, because it's getting pretty hot uploading all the information over I would say 70 gigs. So they have a fan hooked up, cooling the CPU down. There's also the heat dissipation basically from this clamp, and we have it powered by 5 volts, this little fan, and cable connected. So all the information was uploaded, so customer has all his data. Sometimes in data recoveries you need to find a workaround or the easier way to get to the data, because the end result is getting to the data. How you get it, how you got there, it doesn't really matter, but I prefer to find all the solutions first, like workarounds, before I go and do the CPU swap and I'll reball, because this is a lot more intrusive way, and sometimes stuff does not go as planned. So this is a lot safer way to get to the data on this device. This was the case. Not all the cases are the same, but it was a great experience, and was a successful story. Thank you very much for watching.